Yo, what's going on YouTube? I'm going to be breaking down the GBP a trade that we took last night that we ended up winning, and then we're going to clear the charts and we're going to redo and reanalyze GBP to see what we have tonight and what we have for the rest of the week going on, right? I want to say a few things and I'll make it very, very quick. One, I am back to uploading consistently 3 to 4 times a week. I got hella content stocked up. I've been away, and since then I kind of just wanted to catch up, do my own thing, right? And then again, I have said this in the Instagram, right? I said this on Instagram and I made a public service announcement. The academy is discounted, guys. The academy currently is discounted right now. I'm just gonna keep it open for a week or two, close it whenever I feel like I just want to close it. So you guys just keep on bringing in all your inquires, right? Email, DM me through Instagram. It's all gonna be in my description. But let's get to the charts. I just want to let you guys know what includes daily breakdown signals, group Discord, 24/7 communication with me, and of course my feedback, my criticism, and anything that you need help with your own trade strategy, right? So I'll let you guys enjoy the actual chart itself and breaking it down, and I'm gonna analyze. So deuces. All right, so what do we have here on GBP right? Why are we going long, and why did I take a long position, right? First of all, it was a beautiful, beautiful long position that we took. We had little to no drawdown, really. Actually, zero drawdown, but I do believe we could have gotten a better entry, right? So going into last night's session, Sunday night, which is Monday morning for me because I trade London, right? We're currently at this huge 4-hour candle, right? We see price end off last week. Pushing up to the upside, right? And then we came up, market open, came down and retested this very strong area of support and resistance right here, and then continue to go bullish, right? So coming into session, we have a high momentum 4-hour candle with a small wick to this area of support and resistance right here that is very prominent if you were to stretch it across the chart, right? So what am I looking for, right? Yeah, I guess one could short, as if you did here, right? I guess one could short to this little area of support and resistance right here, but because the market was so bullish over here, right? It was such a bullish market. It even came down and retested. It pushed up again. I just felt like it was too bullish to counter trend trade, right? At the end of the day, you have to call what it is. And if I have to say the word counter trend, I really don't feel like being into that trade. So I just wanted to continue this trade. I wanted to push it further and see if we can reach these highs up here, which I did say I do want to reach 183.798 or 800, whatever. As I said in the Discord chat as well. So what came down to me actually taking this position, and this was this beautiful market structure on the lower time frames, right, where price is kind of making its way up. And I just want to take advantage of that, right? So during session, what I'm really waiting for is for a nice entry signal, right? And you kind of get it down here. Price is shorting, right? Probably taking out a lot of buyers in, right? Kind of faking to the downside. A lot of people will start shorting at this area of support and resistance. But you keep very patient, and you get this huge 15-minute engulfing candle, which is just going with the trend, right? It failed to break this structure on a lower time frame, and yes, it's just a lower time frame structure, but sometimes you got to know when to look at it, right? Price is creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Failed to break it. We get a huge engulf. I was like, you know what? The safest entry would be to enter as you break above, but I played it a little aggressive. I entered right here, right after the engulf, and price broke through that area of support and resistance. So if you see right here, even if you did enter on this breakout right here, price essentially just continued to push up, and you would have been fine and dealt with no drawdown. And if you pushed break even, you would have been fine either. It didn't come down, you knew your entry, even if you took the entry on the breakout, right? Price came up and hit our TP to an absolute T, right? It was a beautiful trade, about 84 pips. I didn't catch 84, I caught like 79 though. So this position is obviously a little miscalculated. I just placed it, but I do know that my entry was right after that engulf. Price was pushing up, and we entered, and it was a beautiful trade to start off the week on Sunday. The best way to start off the week, I'm telling you, crazy. Now I'm gonna clear the chart, right? If you guys have any questions, of course, comment, message me, whatever you have. And now we're gonna clear the chart. I'm gonna show you why I have these levels and what I have for tonight. So starting on the weekly time frame, right? I've been saying for a while, the more weeks that we have a wick to the downside and then we close back above, I'm starting to see bullish pressure kind of build, right? So 1 week we had this huge wick to the downside, it closed weekly bearish, and then another one we wicked to the downside and closed high momentum bullish, and then the third week we have a huge wick to the downside and then closed weekly bearish. So to me, I'm going into this week, I kind of told myself, no matter what happens at the opening of this weekly candle, I do believe we're actually going to end up pushing these highs over here, right, and just follow this bullish market that we've been in. And that's what I had for GBP/JPY kind of the entire time, right? So you're going out to the lower time frames, now you kind of just want to make everything a little bit more precise, right? Start marking down those levels, right? Start marking down those levels, and let's see what we have for tonight, right? We have a beautiful break to the upside right here. I'm actually going to take off replay mode because that doesn't make any sense to keep it on while you're not analyzing, right? Also want to mark off this huge supply and demand level right here that we used multiple times down here. That's a weekly level as well. This level is what the weekly was rejecting, right? You had a rejection here, and then we closed under, but then ended up closing back above support and resistance, right? So this validates that area of support and resistance even more. So then we're continuing to push bullish, and it looks like we're going to just continue to just push bullish, right? So that's kind of what we have for the daily. The important thing that we have for the daily for tonight is that we're playing now above this key area right here, this 182.150 level. We're playing above that area, right? We're trading above that level. So now, based on the daily time frame, what I'm going to see right here is if price can pull back into this level to then continue those longs. I do believe we're going to continue those longs, but we need a slight pullback. And this is something that a lot of people don't teach. If you look here in the daily time frame, I guess not, never mind, right? So I am going to be looking for a slight pullback, right? But we're not done with the analysis. The 4-hour time frame kind of validates that for me even more, right? If you just adjust levels a little bit, right? Adjust these areas right here. To kind of grab all the spots, because you want to be as precise as you can, right? As you travel down the time frames, fix your areas of support and resistance. So then now what do we have, right? Again, I'll have the same thing, right? I do believe that price has now just continued to push bullish, right? We have continued to push above highs, all these highs over here, and now we've created a higher high right now, guys. We created a beautiful higher high right here on the 4-hour time frame, right? That we're gonna mark off just like that, and actually plays out, right? There's an area of support and resistance over here too. If you see all of this, right? You see all of this, all of this, all of this, all of this. Nice level. So what am I waiting for? I told you guys, now I'm just waiting to continue this move. Now I want price to come back down here, right? And then hopefully take a long and continue this move all the way back up to 183.800, which I do believe we're eventually going to reach to, right? If not, if price starts to break under this area of support and resistance, retest, I'm gonna leave it up for grabs, right? I'm gonna leave it up for grabs. And for those of you who aren't enrolled, and you want to catch a move, listen. If we somehow create a lower high right here, right, that could mark, the beginning of a downtrend, right? The beginning of a downtrend right here, right? And then you have price pull back into here, and then hopefully you can short down to this level right here, all the way right here. So that's what I would have, but for now, I'm going to stick with the trend, and I'm going to want price to simply push all the way back up just like this for a beautiful long position, right? So that's what I have on GJ. That's my 80 pip move that I broke down for you guys to start off the week. Again, content coming regularly. Subscribe, like, comment, turn your post notifications on so you guys catch the move with me in session. So I'll see you guys in London. Deuces.